Hello, what is up? So, I thought I'd do a video on resolutions and why Optiscaler is actually not just good for putting FSR 4 in the game. It can also show you if developers are sort of lying about native resolution and stuff like that. So, I thought I'd do a video on that just to make people aware of a few things. So I did buy this game. I've got some content coming out on it. I was gonna roll it out tomorrow, but I thought I might as well do it today. And it is a bit annoying what's happened because it's not ruining the content really but there is a few things in it where it's sort of I've said something about what it is. So it's basically I thought it was just literally 100% resolution scaling, and it had like ELAA and FSR AA in it. So that's what the setting said. But it turns out not to be the case once I show you. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at this first. So you can find this on Google. Just type in FSR upscaling resolutions, and it shows you what the quality mode is: balance, performance, ultra quality. So it just basically, if it's ultra quality, it will be around 1100 p so this is what I play at, ultra wide. So it would be just over 1100p, 90-60p for quality mode, and so on. So Optiscaler is good for actually telling you. It gives you some stats when you press insert up on the menu once you load up the game. So I will actually look into that. So what the first game, I'll load up Rebirth first. So I don't know if it is a bit of a bug on the latest version. Anyway, that is up and loaded. So at least it's got the ultra wide resolution. That. So what we're looking at, it's not applied it for some reason. Alright, I know I did apply it before. So that will freeze for a second. Now that is on. Alright, so that is the native resolution. So it's showing that is actually 100% native resolution. That's what it's showing. So if that value there, say it's 960p, that will mean it is DLSS, not DLSS, FSR 4 quality. That's what it means if it's 960p at 3440 by 1440p. So that's what you got to look for if you're interested in the real resolution. So if we go and it literally tells you that, but as I said, you can't. It seems now some developers are being a bit disingenuous about it. Like Wu Chang is one game. If you watch a channel I do, mostly positive reviews, it's a very good channel, and he did make people aware of it on Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and I looked at it myself, and I did think, well, there is something up with that resolution because it looks a bit iffy. So that is clearly, see, this is proper anti-aliasing. That's what it should be. So when it says that, that should just mean it is on native with a 100%. That is native resolution, but it's just using this is FSR 4 AA, so it's just using that, or it'd be DL AA for NVIDIA. So not only is Optiscaler good for putting the latest upscaler in the game, it is good for showing some stats that are very important. So the next game I want to try is Wu Chang. So Optiscaler has cleared up a few things for me on there because I was quite intrigued about it. So again, it's quite misleading when, especially when you're trying to make content and then you the developers all not doing their job properly. Can sort of not destroy your content, but it can make you look like you're sort of wrong in some cases and stuff like that. But if it says like deal AA or with anti-aliasing, that usually means it's just native resolution. I mean, 99% of the time that's what it means. And then if it is upscaling, then it will give you the options like quality, performance and all that. Alright, I think I'll just turn that off. So what I've done is I've put it to 100 because I found out that's not actually 100% resolution anyway, as it turns out. So if you can remember what I showed you first of all with them resolutions with the FSR upscaling, so that would be the same on each game, the values and all that. So as you can see, so even though I've put it on 100% resolution, it's not native. So that's ultra quality, that is just over, just a bit higher than ultra quality, so that is 1152. So it's 2752 by 1152. So they're not, this game is I did wonder what was going on. As I said, this game isn't about the visuals for me anyway. I do really like the game, but what's happening is there's not much going on until you get to a certain number. See? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh right, yeah, there we go. So yeah, you can see that's not changing at all. So from 100 to 90, that is not changing. 89%, and it doesn't actually change until you get to 79%. Then it starts going down. 78, 77. I mean, there's see, this is why I wasn't noticing difference anyway. It's just sort of going to 1023, 1037. So you're not gonna see much of a difference by the looks at it. This is why I remember looking at 66. There's literally hardly any difference between 66, 67, which is at least it's changing at this point, but then it just literally stops. Yeah, as soon as you get to 80, it stops 80%. So literally anything beyond 80 is pointless by the looks of it, because it just don't bloody change. So that is very misleading, that. I don't know why they've done it like that. If they're going to change something, then they need to put that in the patch notes by the looks of it. So, I mean, not that I'd use native on this game anyway, but it's very misleading, as mostly positive reviews said. So, if you want to check out your resolution, use Optiscaler. And that literally, I mean, it is one of the best mods. Easy, what I've used, Optiscaler. So if we have a look at 58, so there's not really much wrong with the values. I mean, yeah, that is 720 would be performance. Balanced 58 would be, yeah, 836p. So that's usually about 800 something. Yeah, just over, so it's just over, it's usually 960p, but it's 965. So yeah, I mean, I did put it on 66 because it's usually 66.6 for quality mode on FSR, but they do sort of change it slightly over the years. So I think it's like mostly 67 there, but I mean, it's hardly any difference. So there you go. And there is one more game I want to look at. So it's a game I've actually done quite a bit of content on. I've done 3 parts basically, so part 1, part 2 and part 3. So I want to explain, because I'm going to roll it out, but I want to explain a few things on it. So it is a really good game. It's like a Dark Souls anime action game. So that's right up my street. So I ended up installing FSR 4 on it. So what I'll be doing in the videos coming out today, it was literally FSR 3 is in the game at default. You got DLSS, obviously DLSS 4, the latest, not the complete latest version, but it's like 2 versions down, and then I update it, and then I compare that with FSR 4, looking at the differences. But as you can see here, it's literally DLAA, so automatically you assume that is native resolution, and for because it's coming up DLAA because I've put Optiscaler in the game, I've implemented it. But as you can see, that is not native resolution, that is quality mode. So that's why I don't know why they've put DLAA. And there's just no, I mean, there's no indication to say it's not native resolution. You've got TAAA, you've got SMAA, you've got FSR 3, that should say AAA, but I don't know. So we'll quickly load into the game anyway. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I mean, it's not a visual masterpiece anyway. I do really like the art style of these games. So that, I mean, it's running great anyway. So that was the other thing I was sort of thinking, well, it's not a demanding game anyway, so I didn't really think, well, native was gonna sort of cook it. So what's going on? Yeah, I'll change it, that's probably why, because you got to switch that, make sure it's on that for this game. That's why I was looking a bit worse actually. So yeah, that is, you don't get a choice in this game. It looks like it was just quality mode, so I'm not sure how I feel about that when you're not getting the option of native. I don't think that should be a thing, but in this game it don't really bother me, to be honest, because it's not really about the graphics. It is what you get, I suppose, in this game. So it's not a trend I want to see, where you sort of they're deciding what resolution you're playing at. So obviously Square Enix weren't lying about it, and but Wu Chang. So these developers can actually sort of almost muck up your content. That's the trouble with it. So I'm probably gonna have to pay more attention to this now, because I didn't even look at it, because I literally felt that the settings would be as it says in here. I literally thought, well, and for some reason it just wants a false VSync on every time, even though I'm turning that off. I don't really want that on either, to be honest, motion blur. Yeah, so I don't know, it just seems like it wants to leave it on. So it's not exactly PC settings, but yeah, I thought just to make people aware of what could be happening in certain games. I imagine it is just a couple of shady developers doing it, to be honest. Anyway, this content should be rolling out today, and it should be a good watch. As I say, that this is very useful if you want to know more about what you're upscaling from. So I suppose in Wuchang at least you can get ultra quality, and I wouldn't be using native because it would run bad, but then it's not the point. You should be given a choice of what if you want to play 100% and lower the settings, then you should be able to do that. So they need to fix that, because it's not right for me. On PC you should be allowed to have the most customizable settings, really. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.